When most working class people think about automation, there's a fear that technology is coming to take their jobs away. And in some cases, they are. But when online wholesale retailer Boxed decided to automate their fulfillment center in Union, New Jersey, the company wanted to be clear that people would still be a necessary part of the equation.
When we came in and we announced that we were going to do a project like this, we actually told everyone on day one that
I'm sure they were scared.
Oh, absolutely, saying that we're going to move and the new center will be automated. Just kind of like the air was completely let out of the room. You're able to then say, actually no one's going to lose their job. And actually you're going to go from right now what you can argue is an unskilled position to a skilled position because everyone has to interact with some cutting edge software or cutting edge hardware today.
How hard was the training process?
It was hard.
I was a little nervous, not really sure what to expect. We were all reassured that nobody would lose their job, that there'd be a place for everyone. It may be a little different, but there would be a place more than once. Box is always changing things. It's very exciting. Things are always going on. So it's like, okay, another thing to look forward to.
There's still people like, oh my God, I'm gonna lose my job, I'm not gonna be here anymore, I'm not gonna understand, but it's so easy what they brought to us that everybody's like picking up so quick. So all those worries are kind of like going away little by little, and everybody just seems like we're still here.
Now, I know from when you started, your employees have been such an important part of this journey in startup. What went through your mind in terms of what this would mean for staff?
When you think about the short term, it's really easy to come in here and say, you know what, we turn this bad boy on, tomorrow 75% of you don't need to show up because the robot behind me has taken your job, right? But that's not looking in the long term. When you think about long-term successful businesses, actually there's a different way to operate them, and that's to treat your folks really, really well.
Have you had to spend more money on training?
100%.
Got to be a capitalist and an educator.
It's a little bit of me out of my element, but at the same time, I think it was the right thing to do, not only from a personal and people perspective, but it was the right thing to do for the business.
But the threat of robots taking work away from humans isn't entirely imagined. A recent study by PricewaterhouseCoopers showed that 38% of Americans could lose their jobs to automation, with the highest risks in fields like transportation, manufacturing, storage, retail, and wholesale.
Do you think we'll get to the point where there won't be enough work for the people? Do we have to change our idea of what work means?
The definition of work and the skills that we need as workers needs to change, just like it has changed over the last hundreds of years. If you don't want to change and you're just saying, hey, all I want to do is to push a cart, I don't want to deal with an iPad, I don't want to deal with the software, I don't want to deal with the touchscreen, then yeah, I think there's a big chance whether here or anywhere else, your position will be replaced. But if you change and are willing to be retrained, to put in that time, then there's a good chance you will evolve just like your role will.